Now, your First Defense Forecast with Dakota Hunter.
And a happy hump day to you. Thank you for logging on to WNYNewsNow.com for checking out your First Defense Forecast. I'm Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. Let's break down your forecast for this Wednesday. Partly cloudy early, otherwise scattered rain showers come our way for the afternoon hours, and it will be mild, going 53 valleys, 57 at the Lake Erie shoreline. Now with a southwest wind averaging 8 to 15, that may keep the immediate Lake Erie shoreline communities just a tad bit cooler, but otherwise a very nice and mild day. But things change going into Friday. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch for all of western New York and much of the state for that matter. Now the watch for our end of the state starts at 9 p.m. Thursday night and runs until 9 p.m. on Friday. And for the Lake Ontario shoreline, it starts at midnight on Thursday and ends at midnight on Saturday. And this is for the potential that winds may come off Lake Ontario, driving lake effects. So that goes a little bit later. Now this is a watch at this point. It's not a warning yet, but of course we may expect a warning issued maybe sometime tomorrow for the potential for that. But first, we want to give you the first defense on everything that we know about this system right now. So a storm system is going to pass just to our south. With that, we are expecting pretty much a rainy Thursday. Of course, Thursday starts March, but boy, it's not going to feel or look like it. But the rain will transition to snow Thursday night as the temperatures drop into the 30s. That will last until early Friday morning as the low pressure system actually shoves colder air down from Canada down into our area. Now, as I mentioned, if we get northwest winds coming off the lake, that'll likely drive lake enhancement off Lake Ontario, bumping up totals probably along the Bristol Hills south of Rochester. But for our area, I don't think we may see any lake effect out of that. Now, the big piece in this forecast, as I put on the web yesterday, is the timing of the transition. How long will that transition last? How much cold air will be dragged in? And if we see any lake enhancement off Ontario. That's going to be the big deciding factors in this whole forecast. But first, let's take you through the next 24 hours on FutureScan on our pretty much our exclusive model data that we have. You can see for today, scattered rain showers, nothing heavy, and that continues throughout the day going into the nighttime hours, maybe a few more showers, but otherwise mainly mostly cloudy for tonight. Now let's go into Thursday and show you what's happening. Thursday, widespread rain. You can see it here. Watch the clock. This is 6 o'clock at night. This is that low pressure system out to our west. Take a look at this, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're starting to get closer into it. It looks like it's after midnight when we start getting into this snow band. Here it comes, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're starting to get into the snow, 4 and 6 o'clock. Now we're starting into this all snow. The big question here is how long will this transition take to complete? Will we see more rain? If it's a slow transition, there's going to be more rain, keeping snowfall totals down. If the transition is quick, that's going to allow more snow to accumulate. There's so many unknowns in this forecast right now, but this is just the in-house snowfall projections. Really, we're looking at anywhere probably, it's going to be a good shovelable snow, but the big question is how much more. The hills could likely see a whole lot more. Maybe a foot or more. We'll keep revising it. Next 7 days of your life coming up, brought to you by Quick Solutions. 49 average high for tomorrow. We start March, but boy, that is not March at all. 49 in rain. That's more like April, maybe. Going to 31, the Arctic air drags pretty much colder air down. 31 for Friday with that winter storm potential. Around average for the weekend. Average high is 36. So you're going to see 36 on Saturday. Also on Sunday going up into the upper 30s. But it looks like the temperatures go back up into the 40s for early next week.